All right, so I got a new SD card, so back to the GoPro. Hopefully this one works. It should. I don't know what was up with the other one. It was just an old SD card, so I don't know. Maybe it got like corrupted or something like that. But I got a new gas tank, brand new for the Honda, and I got it all put back together here with a nice painted valve cover, which really sticks out. Turned out really good, and I got a brand new battery for it right over there on the ground. And my friend who was buying it went ahead and painted the valve or the wheel covers, hubcaps, and now I gotta lift it up and pull the whole rear subframe out, or at least drop it down, just to get at the gas tank. And once it's up, I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so here we are underneath of the car, and give you guys some light here. So there's a bolt right there, you guys can see right there, and then also up here, and it's like down both sides, and those are bolting the rear subframe to the body. And then also would have to undo the shocks, and then the e-brake cables and the brake lines up there, and then cut the exhaust and remove the exhaust, and looks like the sway bar link, no, that actually could probably stay on there. And then from up top, I gotta disconnect the fuel lines from the access hole. I'll have to show you guys that in a little bit when I get to that. And then it looks like I'll be able to drop it down. Doesn't seem too difficult, but it's probably really stuck and not gonna want to come apart. So that's what's gonna probably make it lead into the weekend. But it looks pretty straightforward for if it was a brand new car, so hopefully it doesn't take too long. But book time was 3.5 hours, so I'm expecting it to be a pain, and I don't plan on getting it done tonight, and we'll see about tomorrow night. But I got the whole weekend this weekend, so it'll definitely be done and out of here. Plus the knock sensor that I accidentally broke because I forgot to disconnect. Let's see, it's right here. So that's the wire for it. And if you guys look, hold on, let's see if I can do this. Look right up there at the tip of my finger. Right there, that little white spot that you guys can see. That's where it goes. Right up at the top of the engine block. And that should be here tomorrow. So if I can get the tank done by tomorrow, put that knock sensor in real quick, and guys, this, as long as it runs good with the knock sensor in it and the battery, then this thing will be out of here this weekend, which would be really nice, because then it just means I can probably get started on my truck sooner than later. And so what was happening is that this thing starts, idles, it runs, but whenever you try to rev it, it just bogs out. Well, the battery just got completely shot. It only had 1.9 volts, and that just the cell in it was bad. So got a new battery, but you know, I put the jump pack and the battery charger on it right there, and it got it started. But I'm pretty sure that these, since it lost its memory, it needs the knock sensor to relearn itself for the computer to run. And at least I'm hoping that it's the knock sensor, because it sounds like the timing's off. But guys, I made sure that the belts were in the perfect spot from when I took it apart. I spun it over, I made sure that they were all lined up. I know that the belts are good, and the distributor for the spark it's not adjustable for timing. So the computer does the timing, and I feel like it reads off of the knock sensor, and that's why it's not running right. But I guess we'll just all find out tomorrow when it comes. At least it better come tomorrow, because I've been seeing the tracking. So I'll get started on the back. I should probably soak some stuff, but no, well, we'll just give it a go with the good old impact and see what happens. So without further ado, I'm gonna check the new tank real quick for any dents and get started. So I got the car lowered down now, and I took the matting out of the trunk, and so there's your spare tire, and the access hole is right there. It's just 3 little Phillips screws. So pop that off, unplug the wire. Now I gotta disconnect the fuel lines, and then that part of it's all good to go. That's just the fuel pump access, in case any of you guys are wondering. And then there's still the filler neck that hooks into the tank right here. This is the new one. It actually looks really good, not dented at all, and it looks perfect, so can't complain there. And not quite sure what that hole is, but yeah, maybe it's evap. But I'll get those fuel lines disconnected now. Okay, so on the car, guys, I got the exhaust off of here now. It's over there. And I got the, I still gotta take the shock bolts out actually, but those are undone. The filler neck is just, it's pulled out and unbolted. The brake lines and the e-brake are still connected because I couldn't get any of it loose, and there's no way to disconnect the e-brake by the looks of it. And you know, the only other way to do it is to, you know, undo all these links, which is way too much work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take out the main bolts and drop it down and just see what happens, see what catches, see what ain't gonna work, and just go from there then. But I don't know, who knows, I might have to end up doing brake lines or something on it, just because of how bad like they won't come loose, like they're getting rusty. But oh well, gotta love it here. So see, it was one thing I was gonna do first. I can't remember it now, but think I am able to just see what happens now. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. Okay, so I got the rear subframe dropped down, and I found out that the bolts for the tank straps are like really rusty, and I can't get a socket to go on them because 14's too loose and a 13 won't fit on them. And then I still got to unhook all the hoses and everything, all that stuff. And then it's just the e-brake cables that are holding, like keeping it from going down anymore. But my best bet is probably, well, see, I want to figure out how to undo the e-brake cables, so then once, you know, I undo all the wiring and hoses, then I can just drop it all down, because that would be way easier to do it that way. But I gotta figure out how to undo those e-brake cables, so I'm gonna do some research, see if I can figure something out, and then I'll get back to you guys. Alright guys, so I fought away at it and ended up figuring it out. I undid the brackets for the e-brake, and that gave it enough slack, so I was able to drop it down like this. And then, you know, undid, I'm not quite sure what that is. Maybe something for the fuel level or something. I don't know, maybe evap. Probably evap actually, like I was thinking before. But then here's the old one. I was able to undo the brackets. Actually, one of the bolts broke into the rear subframe, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, but maybe I could weld a bolt on there or something. I might try to do that. Just clean it up and weld a bolt sticking up and just put a nut on it for the clamp. That actually will do the job good enough. And yeah, so if you look back here, you can kind of see where it's wet. Well, it looks like from here all the way across, you can see how rotten it is out right there. So my guess is that it was leaking when it was full. Because when I had it sitting, I was at a half a tank. So my guess is that it was leaking right there at the seam, and that was the whole leak. Anyways, got a new tank to fix that. I'm gonna talk to my buddy and see if he wants to, just paint it all while it's down. That would be, really nice and look good, and prevent it from rusting out. So see if he wants to come out tomorrow and clean it up, scuff it, prep it, and paint it to make it look nice and to last a little longer. The body's a little rough, but it's actually not bad for a 19-year-old car, 20-year-old car. So yeah, so there you have it. I'm gonna call it a night right there. So it's fully apart, and now from here, well, I gotta take the filler neck and the fuel pump out of there still. Hopefully those bolts aren't too rusty. As you can see, this one was pretty rough, but who knows, maybe I can actually get a socket on there still. But gonna have to take that stuff off and convert it over to a new tank. But I will do that tomorrow. So there you guys have it for this one. And now will be the reassembly. Actually, if we do paint it, I'll show you guys it. So just in case we do, here's a little bit of a before. I got some surface rust starting. We'll take the wheels off, of course, and then just paint everything. And over here, so it's getting rough. Nice spider web. So yeah, now it's the time to paint it. So we'll see what happens. So there you guys have it. Until the next one.